Hello to all my viewers out there on YouTube. Just thought I'd do a special retro kind of thing today. Also a few shout outs as well, which we'll get to the point to. But first, could do something a little bit retro. Well, gaming wise anyway, or console wise. Now, there's people out there that watched a video I did, video response to Tonio Games. Some people you might know him as Tonio Times. Was about retro machines or consoles or games, and I realised that I listed some in the video and I actually didn't list them all, which is going to sound surprising. But I've got the list here of what I own retro wise that actually do still work. I have an Atari 2600, a Nintendo, a Super Nintendo, a Mega Drive, a Master System Converter, a Nintendo 64, a Sega Saturn, a Dreamcast, PlayStation, a PlayStation 2, a Nintendo Wii, an Xbox 360. I have a WonderSwan Color, which not many people have heard of, and I'll see if I can grab that to show in a minute. I have a DS Lite, a DSi, a PSP, and a Game Boy. I believe that is all my consoles I own. Now, I understand not all of them are retro. Obviously, the Atari 2600, that's super retro, but brilliant machine. Still works perfectly fine. And then obviously you got the Super Nintendo or the Nintendo, Mega Drive, Master System, you know, they're retro. I mean, PlayStation is in a sense kind of going into the sort of retro time, not fully, but a little bit. But, you know, stuff like that, see? So, but the Nintendo, the Mega Drive, brilliant. And then one thing, I'll see if I can get that WonderSwan to show you what that looks like. This is the WonderSwan Color. It came out, I think, roughly the same time as the Game Boy Advanced. Originally it's called Colour. There was two versions. You had the WonderSwan and then the WonderSwan Colour. I bought it roughly for these two games, the Inuyasha games. I'm a big Inuyasha fan, always have been, always will be. I've tried this one out. It's in Japanese, that's the downside, I can't understand. This one, it's like factory sealed. I don't really want to take it out of the cover because it just looks so nice, factory sealed still. I'm glad this one wasn't factory sealed because I actually got to have a go. I really couldn't understand what was going on. A bit like the Game Boy Color, because it's got no backlight. You kind of have to, when you play, you've got to like tilt it to try and get the right light for it. The actual games themselves, they look like this. That's Final Fantasy 2, I believe. Yep, I've also got Final Fantasy 1. It came along with that. This is also a limited edition one. It's got, I believe it's either Furion or the Warrior of Light on the top, I'm not too sure, from Final Fantasy 1 or 2. And they were a limited edition. They're expensive, but they're only expensive if you get them in the actual box they came with as well, which obviously mine didn't. I was shocked that I got that one. I just expected to just get a standard white WonderSwan. It come in a bag like this, which is like a carry case. But yeah, it's a cool little machine. It's fun to use, you know. I'm surprised I hadn't heard of it for a while, because I'm usually pretty good with catching up on the latest things or the newest things. So yeah, but it's a cool little gadget to have. So I do like that one. Okay, here's another section to do with some games, some retro, some not, some brand new basically. But say we'll go through for anyone that didn't see my last blog, but if you did, I'd suggest you do also, and I reply to Tony at the time. So I'll keep some sweet. Obviously, one is this game on the GameCube, Naruto Gekto Ninja Taisen 4. Now, obviously mine is Japanese, hence the name and the way it looks with the box and everything. And once again, I shall show the inside of it, like that, with my memory card, with all the most of the save data. It's got all the characters on it, which is basically what we wanted in the game, just to play as all the characters and have a good old fight. Because I used to play with 3 of my other friends, so this was literally more or less always at least a 3 to 4 player game when we were playing, and it's really, really good to play, fun. The other one, Vandal Hearts, turn-based strategy, really good, brilliant game, absolutely love it, it's amazing. So we'll sort of keep them on a kind of a short notice. There is one more on the PlayStation. I did actually want to review. A very good friend of mine, I lent it to him for a few years. It was called Parappa the Rapper. Brilliant game. It is so good. Despite it's old school, it's a great game. You got to play it. I can't find the disc. it's not sort of lost. There's two sections of my room. One is my game section, which is over there in a big pile, and another section down here by my bed. And I'm at the moment moving them around, sorting stuff out with them, getting rid of things I do and don't need, and it is in a pile there. Because what it is, once the pile's sorted out, it won't get thrown away. It's staying with me. People probably be getting bored with this game I'm about to show. Another Inuyasha game for the PlayStation. This is an American one. It's basically like a CD, literally, the way it's packed. See? But once again, this game was good to play first time round, and a few after that, and a few verses. But then it got a little bit boring because it was on the PlayStation. They didn't really put much sort of creative thought into it. So where it's kind of a good game to play, and then a few verses, you know, it kind of gets a bit boring. But me being an Inuyasha fan, couldn't trade it in, so I love it. There's some I'm going to show you in a minute. But first I'm going to go to DS, see, another Inuyasha game. This isn't very old, but not many people have got it because once again, Inuyasha's not very big over here. They didn't really bring it over to England, so it didn't really get the kind of hype it should have done, or in my opinion, just because I think it's a really great game. But now we're going to move on to a few games that I actually kind of really like, and I'm glad to be putting on this review, or blog, whichever you want to call it. Yeah, we're still delving into the depths of the PlayStation here. Got 3 games here for the PlayStation 1 that I love them. One of them is this one, The Legend of Dragoon. As you can see, it was a pre-owned game. I got it for about, well, £20 there. It's 4 discs, and it's roleplay, an RPG, but wow. Seriously, this game is really well. I never completed it. There is a reason behind it. I believe it was this disc here, disc 3, which is fine, apart from one little mark there on it. I might have to get it resurfaced, despite there's no literal physical marks on it. All the discs are, they're so perfect, it's unbelievable. There's like not a single scratch on them. I love people that look after their discs. If you look after your game discs, yeah, good. I love you. You need to look after your game discs. You never mistreat your games, because then people complain when they don't work, or then complain when no one takes them for trade. But I beat a boss that was a bit of a pain in the ass, and it went to the black screen to load up the thing, and it was just on the black screen with the music playing, and after about 20 minutes I was like, this isn't going to load. I didn't sort of sit there for 20 minutes watching it. I started talking to one of my friends, and then I noticed, I was like, hang on, this is still on the black screen, and it kind of put me off it, because it was a pain in the ass to beat the boss. But see, this is like, I'm getting back into this whole retro thing. I'm getting back in. I might start playing it again. So it's another very good game, Legend of Dragoon. Definitely look out for that. Okay, it's going to be a 2-part video because it's going to be way too long just to do as one video on YouTube. It's going to hit well over 10 minutes. So yeah, this is blog 10, which is saying it's a special blog because it's going to be very long, and a few things extra I'm going to show in it. But yeah, this is going to be the end of part 1, and I should be doing part 2 very shortly, or straight after this anyway.